got all of my placards back, and it looks like they got you back here safely. So what we'd like to end with today is a student-parent panel. So any questions that you would like to ask of our students and parents, this is your time to do it. And I will let you begin. Oh, I have one more.
So students, do you want to start off by introducing yourselves to our group? Just say your name and what grade you're in and how many years you've been in AVID.
Hi, my name is Nicholas and I'm in the 8th grade and I've been in AVID for 3 years.
Hi, my name is Sophia. I've been in AVID for 3 years. I'm in 8th grade.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I've been in AVID for 2 years and I'm in 7th grade.
Hi, my name is Andrea and I've been in AVID for 2 years and
Hi, my name is Ryan. I'm in 7th grade and I've been in AVID for 2 years.
Hi, my name is Angela. I'm a 6th grader here and I've been in AVID 1 year.
Hi, my name is Natasha and I'm in 6th grade and this is my first year in AVID.
Hi, my name is Alicia and I'm in 6th grade and I've been in AVID for 1 year.
Hi, my name is Spurner and this is my 2nd year in AVID.
Hi, I'm Nicholas. I'm in 7th grade and this is my 2nd year in AVID.
Parents, you don't have to tell us how long you've been in AVID. I'll let them know about how long you've been associated with AVID, because some of them have been around for, they've had several students come through.
All right, so my name is Angie Brown. Nicholas is my son, 7th grader, and I've only been associated the last 2 years, ever since he came home with a piece of paper that said he wanted to join it, something I'd never heard of. So.
And I'm Susan McFarland, and that's my son Ryan, and I've been here 2 years.
My name is Radhika Cosme, and Sarah's my daughter, and then I have a 10th grader that's been in AVID since he was 6, so I've been familiar with AVID for 4 years.
Hi, I'm Jamerica Howard. Alicia Howard is my daughter. She's been in AVID for 1 year, but I've been working with Miss Medina from HMS for the last 3 years with AVID.
I'm Diana Bauer. Angela is my daughter. I am a teacher and I'm a parent, and I've been with AVID. I was a district coordinator for several years, so I was with AVID in that respect before I returned to the classroom. So about 7 years.
Hi, my name is Adriana. I'm Andrea's mom. She is a 7th grader and she's been in AVID for 2 years, and I'm really happy with the result.
My name is Sue. I'm Natasha's mom, and this is for both of us the first year with AVID.
Okay, they are completely at your disposal. Ask away. And y'all can, just stand here, and you can tell them who you want to ask.
I want to say thank you very much. Y'all did a fantastic job. Teacher and mom, you did say you were a site coordinator?
No, I was a district coordinator for a discipline, math.
Oh, okay, okay. So you're a teacher in the AVID classroom?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm currently not an AVID teacher. I'm a science teacher.
You're a science teacher?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, thank you.
I have a question for, I guess, any parent that would like to answer. What are your initial thoughts? I mean, because this is something that we're just now starting at my school. What were your initial reservations, thoughts, as far as getting into this, and what reservations like kind of turned you around to sit there and say, okay, let my kid take this?
I didn't have any reservation. I mean, when I heard college readiness, it was like, go for it. Anything that can motivate them to, you know, to get them ready for college and want to go to college. I mean, I figured it can't be bad. It's got to be good, and it's proven itself. Just as that. I mean, it's been an amazing experience so far.
And not only for college readiness, but I mean organizational skills, you know, that you need for life itself. It's awesome. Awesome program. No reservations at all.
You know, the 5th grade teachers had to recommend them for AVID, and Nicholas wasn't recommended for AVID, but yet he met with somebody, gave some presentation, and he brought the paper home. And when I read about it, it talked about, you know, if you're the first one to ever, you know, in your family that hasn't really gone to college and kind of on the edge, I was like, I don't know, and it was really hard to determine what, you know, what kind of target audience this is going for. But he was really persistent, and so we got him signed up in AVID, and I started to see in all the things that they've said, I don't see why it would ever be targeted at just such a narrow group. So I think it is life skills, and it's about team building, it's about organization, it's about all those things that are just well-rounded. And for them to be able to take it and spread it to the whole school is a very good thing, because it's such a small group that gets to experience it just in the class.
So Nicholas, what made you so persistent? Why did you keep hounding your mom?
I think it was Miss H. She came to our classroom and she told us what it would do, and I thought it would be really cool to get to learn about colleges and go there, because I did not know what college I wanted to go to. So, and I knew what I wanted to be, so I wanted to find out what I wanted to do for what college I wanted to go to.
Tell them what you would like to be.
I'd like to be a Disney Imagineer.
Oh. So where do you think you might go to school?
Well, I'm still looking, but there's a college that I looked at, but I don't think it offers an engineering career. University of Central Florida.
I'd like to ask an 8th grader, what is it about AVID that makes you want to stay in AVID?
Being in AVID, and it's mostly the support that our teachers give us and us and our AVID family. If I wasn't in AVID, I wouldn't be doing the things I would be doing now. We started an organization called AVID Club. I'm the president, this is my vice president. And we've done so much in AVID, and it's been making me want to stay there because it's helped me with my studying and my organization skills, and it's helped me a lot at home too because it helps me be more organized. And being in AVID makes you feel, it makes me feel good because I know there's going to be my teacher there to help me and my AVID peers to be with.
So you already know as 8th graders that you're going to be in an AVID class next year?
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
So as for parents, there's the part of AVID component for parent outreach is what type of an activity or event that the school hosted that gave you more information or allowed you to build, your interest level or help you as a parent in AVID?
To help you to choose AVID, or?
Well, just help you along with knowing the school system, knowing about school, what your kid needed to do in school to succeed at a higher level.
I think when we came to pick up the schedules, they had an AVID table, isn't that right? And you could talk to Ms. Hertzler about what it was and who was it targeted for, like Angie said. And then during the year, we're able to go on the field trips with them to the schools, to colleges, and really see what they're doing.
And we also had a parent meeting where AVID teachers, Ms. Brown and Ms. H, explained us how AVID could help our kids and how it would help them to succeed and to guide them on their way to college, and also to for us as parents to know what AVID was. I mean, just 4 letters, and we had no idea what it was. So they explained us in detail how it worked. They also clarified a lot of doubts we had as parents not knowing the system. I mean, in my particular case, we came to the States 3 years ago, so we had no idea about how the school system in the United States works. So Ms. H and Ms. Brand, they got into depth and explained us every single detail of what we should do in order to get her to college.
And I had the advantage. I worked with AVID 2 years prior to Alicia getting to middle school, and I've gone to Summer Institute, which is awesome. Oh man, they have the student panels, students that have graduated from high school and have gone on to college, and they share their stories, what they've actually gone through, and how AVID has helped them to get to where they are. It's an amazing program. I've cried every year at Summer Institute.
So have the rest of us.
But it's one thing to have a meeting with a teacher. It's another thing to just watch what happens at home. So, I mean, first of all, just to review that, you're doing what? What is a TRF? Why is this, And you start to look at this weird homework, and then all of a sudden you start to see someone who couldn't keep track of anything, start to keep track of things, and start to keep it and do. So it's more of that kind of stuff that sold me, with just watching kind of a change in behaviors. And I joke with him because he's more natural at it. I have another one coming next year to 6th grade. And if that one is as successful in AVID, because he can't find himself, let alone find out what class he's supposed to be in. So if that one is really successful, then I know AVID is, is really good across the board. That's the true test, yeah.
May I ask you all a question? Do you all attend your AVID site team meetings regularly as parents? Sometimes, maybe?
I do that as a teacher.
All right.
No.
So as a parent, what would, well, because this is often an area that stumps many of us. I know when I meet with my coordinators, they tell me the same thing. Why? Because parents are working, they're busy, they have other children at home. So what would be something that would motivate you all to become a part of those site team meetings on a regular, maybe once a month basis? What would it be, the time? Would it be something to eat? What would motivate you? That's kind of like, and I'm glad you're here because you're going to provide some very honest feedback for us, and we need to hear what you have to say.
I think that everything competes for time, right? So you kind of just pick and choose, and if it doesn't seem like it needs your direct attention, maybe you don't put stuff into it, and it seems to be going well, and I have other things that don't, so my time will be invested. I don't think it's negative to AVID, it's just, there's just so many hours.
Right, we understand. Yes.
So,
like with me, I know most of the stuff because I have a younger one, and I know that there's been times when I couldn't attend because of her schedule. So it just, not that I did not. So, but we do, another way we do get a lot, it's the teacher-parent interaction. They keep in touch with us through emails, even phone calls if needed. I mean, and again, I think it's a lot for most, I don't know, I can speak for myself though, maybe not for most, I mean, I don't know how most parents, but just for the parent to just be involved in field trips. There's opportunities where you can volunteer, you can be there for your child and be involved, and then during those times you can communicate with the teachers because you're right there, and you really see how it goes, because you have a group of kids that you go to, and each time you have this, so you get to know the children. You kind of become part of the family. So.
One suggestion that I would recommend is at the beginning of the year, if you do hold a parent meeting and you have all your dates for your site team planned out already, have parents just pick 1 or 2 dates during the year that they're coming, and then you'll have a different group of parents every time, but they're only committing to 1 or 2 times.
That's a great idea. I like that.
That's what we do with our teachers.
Yes,
awesome.
That's how we
and then just send a little reminder out, a week or so ahead of time.
But actually, I count you as a teacher/parent. So
yes.
Your answer.
That's right on the idea, because I always remember if you sign up at the beginning of the year, you're only committed to 1 or 2 days, and then.
Because it wouldn't even be fair to you that, it would be expected for you to be there every single meeting just because you work here. You're a parent first.
And you also get different opinions that way. If every parent comes to just 1 or 2 meetings, you get a different feel from a larger group.
That's a great idea.
I have a question for the students. How do you guys choose for your AVID club? Is it just anyone, open invitation?
Well, yeah, basically anybody can come. If you're we encourage any students to come, even if you're an AVID or not. So we try to encourage to come so they can learn about colleges, because we teach about colleges and we teach them about grades and organization. So it's basically like a mini AVID class that we can have for non-AVID students so they can learn about AVID and try to join AVID.
And how often is this class? Is this club?
We do this after school. We do a private meeting the first month, like the first week on a Wednesday, and then the second or third week we do an open invitation. But the students have to maintain their grades, and they have to keep up with their binders and agendas. So we want them to still, we don't want them to be like, okay, this is just a club for fun. We want them to know that we're here to teach you guys about college and give you a little taste of AVID if you're not in AVID. And we want to help them because most students here, they don't have college already processing in their minds. We get that opportunity to do that because we get to visit colleges. Not all the students get to, so that's what we want to try to do with our club, and we've been able to do that for most students, and it makes us feel good because we know that we're changing somebody's like mind and perspective of what they want to do when they get older. So we're helping their path, I guess you can say.
All right, so they.
I'm just going to interject from over here is these two have done a great job. When I was a new teacher, they really advocated the AVID Club to me, and it was a great experience for me to learn more about exactly what AVID means when I would come to their meetings. So the teachers are openly invited to participate, I guess, as a kid in AVID Club as well.
So do you mind if I ask you, how many kids have you recruited? How many students?
The very first year that we did, we had a full classroom, but as we got, say like to 7th grade and 8th grade, not as many students have been interested, and we're trying to fix that because they think AVID is just a class for kids that are smart and stuff like that, and they know what they're gonna do. It's not only that, and we want to change their mind and stuff because AVID does a lot more than only college. We're always doing team building. We get to learn more about our peers, and now that we have Ms. Brand, so she has her 6th graders, and it's really cool for us to like help the 6th graders out because when we were in 6th grade, we had the other 6th grade class, and it's kind of cool that we get to help the 6th graders. But we want to change everyone's mind that they think AVID is just this one thing because it's not. We're multiple things leading up to our one big goal, which is college.
So for like administration, so they recruit students that are not in AVID, come and say, I want to be an AVID. Parents call and say, my son has been going to these meetings, or daughter. Can they get into AVID?
They have to apply.
They have to apply.
They have to have a teacher recommendation, and they have to fill out an application and have an interview.
So this can happen anytime during the year?
Yes, ma'am. It's recruitment year round.
It's
And we
year-round.
keep their application.
I have a question for the students. And I'm going to ask this question, assuming that you're all going to stay in AVID next year, because that's what we're hoping. But one of the coolest things about moving to middle school or high school is that now you have this plethora of classes. You have all these classes that you get to choose from. And we've seen some really cool classes today with the orchestra, the woodshop class. We've seen all of these different classes. What makes you choose AVID over some of those other really cool classes that you could be taking? Come up, you can start.
Okay. So, well, last year when I first tried AVID, I really absolutely loved it. So, last year, in 6th grade, there's only not as many choices. So my choices last year were band and AVID, and I really loved both of those. And this year we were open to one more. So I'm AVID, band, and debate. So you can also have half a year trying out classes. So I'm trying out debate to see if I like it. And if I like it, I can go on next year to full debate. So.
When I was, I'm gonna go back to 5th grade because I used to live somewhere else besides here. And when we took a little field trip, just walking to this middle school, and all these teachers, we got to walk around the school, see what kind of classes they have, like woodshop and band and choir. And then they showed us AVID and what they do and the teachers there. And then when we got back, all we did was talk about it because everyone thought that was really cool. And then when they gave us handouts, few of us decided to sign up. But when I moved here, I didn't know, I hadn't heard anything about AVID at the school. But then I was looking around to see and asking, and I found Miss H and last year Miss K that they did have an AVID. So I signed up, I hoped, and I thought I did a good enough job to make it, and when I found out, I was happy. And since last year up to now, I've had the greatest time meeting new people, learning more, seeing the changes myself and the way I act at home, and I'm really proud of myself.
Good for you. Good job.
Yes. Yes. Well, for example, in my case, my daughter, she didn't feel that confident because coming from a foreign country, not knowing the language. I mean, she had many barriers to cross, and excuse me, she was not feeling, I mean, in 5th grade, she was still, you know, scared about, you know, the environment, the language, and all these things. But I think since she started AVID, she's feeling more confident, like to do things on her own, to do homework on her own. I mean, I'm not helping her that much as I used to. And she, I mean, I just see her change. I mean, she feels confident in what she's doing. And she knows that there might be questions in math or whatever that sometimes we as parents can't answer because it wasn't the way we learned it in school. So things are new now. So the fact for the kids to be able to have tutors and kids that are, you know, around their age, they know how to do it, they can explain it. So now I see my daughter explaining me things on how to do math, for example. So I think it's an awesome opportunity for them. It has been a great, I mean, now they know that good grades are not just because parents want, you know, the kids to have good grades. It's because it's good for them. So they kind of value a lot more the opportunity they're having to, you know, to succeed.
And has their experience impacted? Do you have younger children or no?
Yes, I have 2 more. Well, I don't think yet because the other one is in 3rd grade and the other one is in 1st. But I mean, not that I can tell yet.
Well, I have a 10th grader, and I think it really, I know that he definitely was telling Sarah, when you get to, you have to be an AVID, because he really struggled in elementary with school, and just, when he would do homework all the way to 5th grade, it was 100%, he needed my help 100%. I mean, he would not do it on his own. He moved into 6th grade, and as he started, he didn't have AVID in 6th grade. He started in 7th grade. And when he was in 6th grade, I was helping him again, 100%, studying everything. I had to sit there with him. And I noticed that as soon as he started AVID, I mean, I would say, do you need me to help you study? The only thing he would do, like vocabulary words, he would have me test him. And I was like his testing buddy, you know, like his study buddy. But other than that, he was just pretty much independent. And in 8th grade, it was just no help from mom. And he's on his own now, and he's really, and what I like about him, because he's always been the one that needed tutoring, needed help, and it's really cool to see him tutor his peers at school right now. I mean, it's just amazing. You know, like he's in football, and he's so eager to help his football player to pass, to make the grades so they can stay in football, and he'll stay after and tutor them and do what he needs to do. So, yeah.
I've seen a lot more focus on grades too. He's always checking his grades all the time.
And that becomes a habit, checking their grades.
What were you gonna say?
Why do y'all check your grades?
Online. HAC, Home Access Center.
Why do y'all check your grades so much?
We check our grades because it helps us keep track of what we're missing. And if we're missing it, then our grade will go down tremendously. And if that, and I want to make my parents proud. I don't want to be a slacker. I want to try to keep track of my grades so I can be successful in life.
Wow.
I'm kind of like in the same page that my friend over here because we're not from the U.S. So my daughter have been having the challenge to come over here without knowing English and have to learn it and succeed on that. She was always really independent, but she was very shy. And after she got into AVID, I guess they have some way to work with groups and a way to break the ice that they have, make her come out of that shell, and she's very social right now. So that part I'm really happy about.
I was going to add something similar. AVID has taught my daughter to be a self-advocate. simple things like going to a restaurant and we went to Chick-fil-A and she needed sauce, she would not want to go to the counter and approach an adult. But they've taught them skills. At the beginning of the year, they had to introduce themselves to all the teachers and get the teachers to sign off that they properly introduced themselves and said that they were an AVID. And so that was forced her to interact with adults properly. And so now she's not as shy, because my daughter is shy too. She will be more of a self-advocate for herself.
And I can tell you for the grades with Alicia, she is almost every day calculating her GPA. That is awesome. Like, oh man, makes me so proud. Let me stop
What do we compare our grades to? So it's like an adult's what?
Oh my gosh.
Checkbook.
Yeah.
It can change daily.
Yes.
And another thing is we compete class to class on our GPA. Whoever gets the highest GPA, which class, gets an ice cream party.
That's the secret right there, right?
Yes, perfect.
How many of you guys are in, how many pre-AP courses are you, or do you guys do pre-AP or honors?
Pre-AP.
Pre-AP.
I'm in 4 out of 4 pre-AP classes.
Sprinter?
Huh? I'm in 2.
4.
4.
4 to 4?
3.
3?
2.
All of them.
Okay.
4.
3.
How many were you gonna, before you guys even thought about that, did you guys think about doing pre-AP, or was it always in your mind you were gonna do pre-AP, or was it AVID kind of helped you? You or no?
Well,
Kinda?
I mostly, when in 6th grade, my teacher just gave me this slip and he had recommended math pre-AP and science pre-AP. So I just went with that and it's gone too well.
Before I was gonna get into AVID, I really wasn't gonna have any pre-AP at all. But as soon as I got the letter and I signed up, you had to be mandatory in at least one pre-AP. So then they put me in, I think it was not US history, world cultures pre-AP. And then from 6th grade, I worked up to science pre-AP, and then now I'm in RELA and US history and science pre-AP.
If it wasn't for AVID, I would not be in the Texas history pre-AP this year. I would have switched down because this is really, really hard for me, the Texas history one. So everyone in AVID has been encouraging me, you can do it, you can do it, so.
That's interesting, you never told me that.
That is great.
Posed to the students as well. The stress level, you know, how do you, that fine line of, is this too much for my kid? Is it, you know, is this more pressure than an average student's supposed to have?
Just because of the pre-AP?
Well, you know, the pre-AP, the binders, the.
Actually,
I would say it's removed stress.
I think it's the opposite.
Yeah.
I think it takes away stress. Yeah.
I'm so big on organization.
I mean, what is definition?
They might find their
One of
stuff.
the things that made me
Right?
like agree in my daughter's taking pre-AP. Coming again from another country, I had no idea there was a difference between regular and pre-AP. I didn't even know that existed. Her having the language barrier, she wasn't that successful in 5th grade, so she was never invited or asked to, you know, be part of pre-AP classes because of her grades. But I mean, I saw her passing a STAR test in 4th grade and then in 5th grade, and I just thought, okay, a parent told me, you know, if you want your daughter to go to school, she has to be a pre-AP. And it was like, I have no clue what pre-AP is. So she said, don't ask, just enroll her everything in pre-AP. So, and that's what I did. I enrolled her, I mean, all her subjects are pre-AP. And in the beginning, I did, you know, I really was stressed because I didn't notice that you know, she's coping with the language and now with all this academic demand. So I thought she was not going to be able to make it. But when we came to the first meeting for Ms. H to explain what AVID was and all that, she was telling that the kids had to go through an interview. And she said, well, one of the questions during the interview is we ask kids how their closets are organized. And I was like, yeah, I mean, what's the purpose of it? And then she said, well, because depending on how your club is organized, you can, manage your time wisely and all that. And it was so funny because when we got home, I told her, you see, I've been 10 years explaining. And yeah, now you know it's not only mom telling you to get it organized. Yes, and for her, it has definitely, I mean, I also think that without AVID, she wouldn't have, make it. And she has, her grades are in pre-AP over 90, so I'm like, I mean, I don't know what happened, but it's working.
And the tutoring, I mean, they have the tutoring to fall back. I mean, that helps a lot. And the college students plus their peers, because they help each other. And she knows, like, if something, she's having a hard time, she knows she needs to stay for tutoring. And I mean, it's just something that's programmed in her already. She knows and that's something that I noticed with my son, because at the beginning he used to never go to tutoring. I used to push him, and now he's in 10th grade, like I said, he'll call me, I'm going to tutoring. I mean, before I test, he's going to tutoring. Whether he needs it or not, he's in tutoring. And it became like a habit for him, and it encourages his peers to go to tutoring. And he's being used as an example in his football team, because I would say, look at Tammy, he's going to tutoring, and he's making awesome grades, and you guys, you need to follow his example. So kids have been good. So that's something that he picked up from AVID.
Yeah. Alicia thought tutoring was a bad thing. She actually cried before AVID because she thought, oh my God, if I have to go to tutoring, that means I'm not doing good. Now, oh man, I can't keep it out.
Ryan would like to answer the question about stress. How has it helped you with the stress level, Ryan?
Well, AVID has helped me become more organized, which takes away some of the stress, like, wait, where's my paper? Where's my homework? I've definitely become more organized thanks to AVID, so that takes away quite a lot of stress. And also tutoring, sometimes I do go to, because sometimes, like, I'm just not sure about something, I'll go to tutoring. Also, TRFs can help me too. Whenever, like, I don't know what the answer to a question is, or I'm unsure about what the answer is, I write a TRF on it, and I get help from my fellow students.
Good job.
Very
good
job.
Good job.
And by the way, about the stress, I totally agree with the parents. AVID is one of those classes that I love going to because it's less stressful than all the other classes. So, yeah.
Yeah, they let their hair
Listen, it is so hard to interrupt this conversation. We'll probably sit here for another hour or two, but we do have a bus to catch. So I wanted to make sure he's actually out there. He's not just
Don't worry.
He did not leave. I told him he couldn't leave after. Well, I had already enough time to do Mr. Buck. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is an extension of our learning. When you open your school to us, Sally, also, you're part of this. Thank you. Our learning leaves the hotel and come over here and we continue. So opening your doors to us enhances our AVID district leadership process. These kids, our lives are changing by what they're doing. And we've got a group right here who are going back to their districts and doing the same thing, changing lives. And we're all a part of that. So we thank you for doing that. We hope we have an invitation in the future to do that again another time. I know I speak for everybody. We're going to go back on the bus and be very glad that you opened your doors. Your team put all the effort, because it is a big deal to do this. It's a lot of work. So I thank the parents for being here. It's so good to see their face, the parent faces. We don't always see that. We actually have our division director for the AVID Central Division in the room. I want to make sure he does or does not have anything he'd like to say while he's here.
What was that look on my face? I would like to say thank you again for opening the doors. It was a great experience. But I would like to say to the AVID Club president, you said you wanted to change lives, especially the lives of your peers here. but you're really going to save change tens of thousands of kids' lives, because every one of these people are going to go back to their schools and they're going to reflect and pass on the legacy that they started building because of things we've done right here.
Right here.